tube was inserted in my throat, forcing me to rely on a ventilator to stay alive, but then my dog accidentally knocked the plug out of the socket. The ventilator shut down instantly. I tried to alert my wife, yet not a single sound escaped my lips. She was busy taking care of our child in the next room. As I gasped for air, my consciousness slipped away into darkness. Thankfully, my wife sensed something was wrong and rushed over to plug the ventilator back in just in time. After that brief blackout, I regained consciousness. From that day on, my wife placed a bell beside my bed. A tiny nod of my head was all it took to bring her running to my side. Our son would also wave at me from the windowsill every day. Even though I was confined to the bed, I still felt hopeful about life because I had once promised my wife that I would spend the rest of my days with her. When I first met my wife, Annie, I was just a penniless young man. She, on the other hand, was a popular, wealthy socialite. The moment I laid eyes on her, I fell head over heels in love. My friends told me to give up early. Annie had turned down countless suitors before, but I refused to back down. During a cricket game, I deliberately hit the ball so it landed right behind her. Annie saw through my little trick and knew I had a crush on her, and as it turned out, she felt the same way about me. We started dating soon after, and to everyone's surprise, we decided to get married in no time. Annie's family never approved of me, but she was determined to be my wife. After our wedding, I took Annie on an adventure to Kenya. It was during that trip that we found out she was pregnant. I felt like the luckiest man alive. I had married the girl everyone dreamed of having. Then came the day of the embassy party. I was usually good at tennis, but that day I kept missing one shot after another. I didn't think much of it, chalking it up to being tired lately. But later, when I tried hula hooping, I stumbled and fell hard to the ground. Annie was worried sick, but I reassured her that I was fine. That night, I stayed at the embassy with some friends to prepare for a meeting the next day. Out of nowhere, I was hit with sharp, all-over body pain and struggled to breathe. I tried to call for my friends, but I collapsed again, and this time, I couldn't get back up. By the time I was rushed to the hospital, I had already lost all feeling in my hands and feet. I went into shock shortly after. The doctors had no choice but to insert a tube into my throat, keeping me alive with a ventilator. The next day, Annie rushed to the hospital. The doctor told her that I was paralyzed from the neck down, unable to breathe on my own, and that I had only 3 months left to live.